start our power flow with a couple of deep breaths then. Big breath in through the nose, sweep the arms up and release. One more time. And release. Okay, let's stride the left foot back. Lunging arm circles. Square the hips off to the front. Circle the single arm 5 times. Then we'll do double arms, twisting from the waist. Allow your eyes to follow. Encourage the torso to twist as much as you can. Stepping forwards next into an aeroplane balance, so spread the wings, core muscles in, engage the glutes. Topple forwards, keeping head to toe in line. And if you want to challenge yourself, draw yourself upright without touching the floor, bring that knee up in front. Manage that balance, use your core, melt the foot. Let's do the lunging arm circles for the right hand side then. Stride that leg back, square the hips, 2 hands in front. Right arm circles 5 times. And then double arms. Twist from the waist, remember. Allow your eyes to follow the hands loosely. Stepping forwards, ready for that aeroplane balance once again. Head to toe in line, squeeze the glutes. Topple forwards. Stare those eyes and breathe. And a little challenge, without touching the floor, bring the knee up in front and melt the foot down. Into a full fold now, so big breath in, sweep up, sweep the arms out, hang yourself upside down. Hands to the floor, let's gently jump back into downward facing dog. I've got a little sequence for you here. You bend the knees, come into plank, then back into downward facing dog. We're going to do that 3 times. Here we go. That's 1. Bend the knees, plank, and dog for 2. And once more. The next bit's quite fast, so take care. You're going to take the left leg up, 3-legged dog. Then place that left knee on the floor. Take the hands wide. Lift the right leg. 3 press-ups. 3-legged dog with the left leg again. Put the foot down. Same with the right leg. So 3-legged dog. Right knee on the floor. Wide hands. Lift the left leg. 3 press-ups. 3-legged dog with the right leg again. Foot goes back down. Into that little sequence, bend the knees, plank, downward facing dog. 2 more times. Then into the 3-legged dog and press up sequence. So left leg up, knee down, hands wide, right leg lifts, 3 press ups. 3-legged dog with the left leg lifted again. Put the foot down and then lift the right 3-legged. Knee down, wide hands, left leg lifts, 3 press ups. 3-legged dog with that right leg up and foot down, knees down. Push your bottom back to your heels with a child's pose. Stretch the arms in front. Alternatively, you can take the hands behind your back, place the fingers and lift those arms up. Okay, we're coming on to our elbows now. Knees just behind the hips, tuck your bottom under. Work for the hip and the inner thigh. So stretch your left leg out. Bring your knee into your ribs. Straighten the leg out on a diagonal. Draw the leg across to the centre line, working the inner thigh. 8 of those. Quite strong this one. Keep the core muscles in. Don't let those hips move. So we're going to come onto our knees and do elbow flip-flop. Take the elbows out, shoulder height, fingers pointing to the sky, then point the fingers to the floor. Rotating through the shoulder joint. You can do both arms together, or you can alternate as one arm comes up, the other arm goes down. Core muscles in, all all the way through. Roll those shoulders to release. Then we'll go to the other side. So onto your elbows. Other leg's going to work this time then. First of all, tuck your bottom under. Lengthen through the spine. Other leg into the air. Then knee into the chest, out on a diagonal. Bring the straight leg back behind you. Working the inner thigh. 8 times. Keep breathing. Keep the hips still. Isolate that leg. Bottom back to your heels for a little rest. Then we're coming up into a kneeling side kick position. So it's right hand to the floor, left leg stretches out. Windmill over. So the hand you're supporting on touches the shin of the stretched out leg. Adding on now if you wish, we'll windmill over, come back, hand to the floor, lift that left leg. And again, lift the left leg. Windmill over, and lift. One more add on, windmill, lift, bottom leg comes forward. And again, 2 more times. Windmill, lift the leg, bottom leg forwards. One more. Come to your bottom now. We're going to do spine twist before we do the other side. So fingertips together, rotating through that center axis of your spine. Hips are locked to the floor, shoulders are down. You can keep those elbows bent or lengthen the arms to increase the challenge. Breathing out to twist to the side, breathing in to come to the center. Roll the shoulders to finish. And we need to do that kneeling side kick routine for the other side. So first of all with the windmill, supporting hand comes to the outstretched shin. 3 of those. Then add on by lifting the outstretched leg. And again, 2 more times. And then adding on 1 more time if you want to. Lift the leg, press into the foot and hand, bring that bottom leg forwards. A little kick with that leg. Windmill, lift and kick to finish. Coming onto your bottom now, you're going to lay back into the floor. Core muscles engaged, back in neutral or imprint. Float one leg, then the other leg. Right hand goes to left knee. Left hand, right leg. Stretch away from each other, challenging the core to keep ribs and hips connected. About 8 of those. And then we'll swap sides. Keep the neck nice and long, shoulders away from the ears. Stretching out as far as you can. Keep the back in neutral or imprint. If you've decided on imprint, and the core connected. Little hug in. And then roll yourself up to the front, cross the legs, switch the hands over, take the feet behind, gently jump back into downward facing dog, little stretch through the arms and the legs, and then come forwards into plank, crocodile your way down to the floor, ready for a back extension. We're going to do seesaw, which means you engage and float the upper body, melt down, then engage and float the lower body. Core muscles in all the time for this one, of course. As one area works, the other should not. You can rest those arms on the floor if you want to, or you can allow them to come out into aeroplane to increase the challenge. It's up to you. Last one then, and up into our cat. Tuck the bottom and chin under, lengthen through the spine. Once again back into downward facing dog, which will allow us to jump forwards. Gently sit yourself back onto your bottom, ready for the roll up. So rolling one section of the spine down into the floor smoothly, and just as smoothly lifting yourself up. We've got 6 of these in total. You can keep your feet down on the floor, or you can hover one leg, rolling back, keeping that leg hovering in the air as you roll back and forth. Always try and do the same amount on each side. I'm going to do 2 with this leg lifted, then swap. 2 with the second leg lifted. And then of course you can take it up one more notch, which I'll show you. Having 2 legs floating in the air. And then sinking back, rolling, and rolling back up. And of course you can stick with one leg or feet on the floor if you wish. Okay, pop those feet down, have a little rest. We're going to go into pigeon now. Left leg forwards, right leg stretched out behind you. Square those hips off to the floor. Take the fingers to the floor, press your chest forwards, opening out through the hip. Briefly into downward facing dog to enable you to bring the other leg forwards into the pigeon. Lift the chest proud, that'll help stretch the hips out. Come onto the side now, foot to thigh, hands behind you, lift the hips off the floor, stretch the arm behind you, and gently swap, keeping the feet where they are, pivoting on those feet to swap from side to side 3 times. Crossing those legs now, ready to twist. So take one hand across, take the other arm behind, take a hold of the hip behind you on the opposite side if you can. Take a nice long look over your shoulder as you twist. And then we'll do the same to the other side. So hand to knee, wrap the other hand around, twisting around, holding onto the hip behind your back. Encourage that twist to run from your spine all the way up through to the crown. Rolling the shoulders a couple of times to loosen out. Imagine you've got a 10-foot wingspan now. A couple of eagle stretches. Rotating through the neck. I really hope you've enjoyed that. That was super fun. Take care, everyone.